So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the ground, here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. A.J. Terrell up for the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line. Now this looks like a design run, and he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
The reason teams love calling the quarterback's number on design quarterback runs, Mike, is because in the blocking scheme, you gain one additional blocker. It didn't matter here. The defense was ready for it, and they're able to bring the quarterback down for a...
To the end zone. It's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over once again, this time at their own 8-yard line.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
Now he takes off. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive. On first down, it's Penix. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. From the gun, here is Penix. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On third down, Penix. That's into the hands of Tucker. He's got it. 17 yards on that play. First down, Vegas. First and 10 at the 46-yard line. Throwing again, it's Penix. He's going to take a shot down the field. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Again, it's Penix. Again, working deep downfield. And will move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Here's first and 10. Penix gonna throw again. Quick throw, taken in. And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's a run. He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line. Inside the 5, it is second and goal. This one caught at the 4. To the goal line and in. Noah Fant second touchdown of the year. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Raiders will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Tyree Wilton, former 7th overall pick, there on the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Oh, he gets a good read defensively and intercepts it. Picked off by Jacorian Bennett. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. The motion man here is Wilson. Penix now off the bootleg. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
And this is what happens when you can pair a really good pass rush with a really stingy secondary. Marrying the two together, not only to change his launch point, but not give the quarterback anywhere to go with the ball.
Play action. It's Penix. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now Penix.
Incomplete. And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
And that's going to run out of steam. It comes up short. No good. And this is going to remain a 1-possession.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. He'll drop to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play. So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Shotgun snap as they'll now for the 3rd time in the first quarter he's been intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. This one complete to Watkins. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
They'll throw on 1st down with Penix. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Going up top. That's caught! And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. To throw again, it's Penix. No one open, he'll drop it to his running back. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Here's Penix. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. Whoa. And the Raiders will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
And at this point on the sideline, Mike, it just has to feel like deja vu. I mean, really, the last 2 drives, same story. Continuing to drive, you have something brewing, and then you just stall out in the exact same fashion. You can't put the ball in harm's way. You're not going to win a lot of football games if you do.
Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. Going for it all. He's got it! And he will score! Trey Tucker, touchdown Las Vegas. Point after, coming up here. It's up and through. And the Raiders will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Drive will start on the ground. Inside the 35. And he's going to take this all the way home. Touchdown, Cleveland. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Browns get back in it. It is 21-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff running right. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. They'll turn and hand this one off. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Grant Delpit up to make the play. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. We'll go play action now with Penix. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
He tried to remain a passer on the move about as long as he could. I thought for a minute there, Mike, that he was going to take off and try to pick up some yards with his legs, but instead he decides to just check down for a short pass and doesn't result in a whole lot.
3rd down and 9. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. Now he'll air one out. And this is going to be incomplete. That is Great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Raiders send their punt team out. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now, faking the give. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. 12 yards there, and a 1st down. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, Mike, the one thing that we used to say is it didn't matter how good you were or how long you played. Eventually, you're just going to have one of those days, and I think for this quarterback, he's got to be able to move on from this pretty quickly because this is about as bad a day in the office as you can imagine.
Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
To show my stock, I still stack tall, you still can't trade.
From the gun, here is Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
This one complete to his tight end Fant. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll return to Las Vegas after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing again, it's Penix. He's got his running back downfield, and it's complete. A gain there of 20. Good for a Raider 1st down. Penix going to throw again. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Goes without saying, like, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. And I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
Again, it's Penix. This one is pulled in on the feet in bounds. Yes! Touchdown. I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. So after the touchdown, It's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, it's Tyler Scott. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And that will lead to a 2nd down. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He's going to dial up another deep ball. What a connection! He's down inside the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. 1st down and goal. He's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8-yard line. Task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to the 16. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. On now, Daniel Carlson to try the field goal. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Browns cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit. Very little time remaining in this 1st half as this kick is away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. First and 10. Throwing is Penix. Connecting with the tight end. That's fast. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Second and a yard. From the gun, it's Penix. He's going to let this one go deep. That is hard. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we reach halftime here in Vegas, and the Raiders are in the lead. As we send you to Orlando, we'll check in with the coach. Jonathan Coachman has the EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The third quarter begins with a run. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Here's 2nd and 9. We're going to go play action with Penix. He'll air this one out for Watkins.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Man in motion here is Tucker. On third down, Penix. And he'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
That's caught downfield by Tucker. That's good for 27 and a first down. A handoff as they try to run it here. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9. The tight end Fant in motion. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. The PAT, up and good. And the Raiders will extend this third quarter lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll send him over to the left. He's going to let one fly for Addison. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Pass is caught. It's Tyler Scott. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Carlson now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Browns are able to edge a bit closer.
Browns 17.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Handoff here, up the middle, and a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Let's go now.
They'll stick with him again. And this is going to be a Raiders first down. Good running. Gets him to about the 44.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
On play action, Penix. He'll air this one out for Watkins. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Las Vegas. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's a run going left. And he'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Trayvon Merrick up to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 6. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And they'll finally put an end to this, but a great return to the other side of midfield. We'll go play action now with Penix. And he's got another one. Touchdown, Vegas. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in one game. That's his 3rd of the game, his 6th this year. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man. They're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. On play action. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down. It is a big play for the Browns. And even 30 yards. He'll drop to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It is a big play for the Browns. 31 yards. A run on 1st and goal. He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal. Here now, second down and goal. They'll look to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Jordan Addison. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, they get on the board. That pads the individual stats. Makes mom and dad happy. But, Greg, we have seen stranger things. You never know.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing right now, Mike, aside from the scoreboard, oftentimes in the NFL, you learn more about your team in moments like this than you do when everything's going well. So I think this coach is paying real close attention to which one of his guys are going to continue to fight.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Play action. It's Penix. He'll air this one out for Watkins. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter. Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
49, Browns 25.
He'll try the right side this time. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Penix now off the bootleg. That one caught by Tucker. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. To throw again, it's Penix. He'll air this one out for Watkins. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Raiders. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. The extra point is up and through. And the Raiders add on to their already sizable lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now a give on the ground. Up the sideline, past midfield. Down the sideline to the 20. And he is gone. 72 yards. Touchdown, Cleveland. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Now Carlson to add the extra point. And now it's a flip back to the kicker. It's a fake. This is caught. And he's going to take this into the end zone. I wasn't sure we'd ever see a fake extra point again. But this one works. So instead of 1, they get 2. The kickoff unit is out there. And they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
On first down, it's Penix. Sending it downfield for Fant. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
13 yards to start that drive, and a quick first down. He'll look to throw. Open man downfield. It's Addison. And another first down. And another big gainer. This time 23 yards. Back to throw. This pass is caught by Scott. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
And the Browns first down.
He's going to let one fly for Addison. And the Raiders are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
On 1st and 10, it's Penix. He's going to try it here again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again from his own end zone. He's going to look downfield once again.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and After that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
From his end zone, he'll throw it on 3rd and long. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. This will be returned from just beyond midfield. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Up the middle they go. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
He's got space inside the 25. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 26 yards. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Jordan Addison, touchdown Browns. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The offense staying put. They will go for 2.
The Browns will wait for the 2-point conversion.
Now a give up the middle. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They mark him short. The try for 2 unsuccessful. So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick. Ooh.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Penix. He's going to look for the home run ball. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 38 yards. Two yards from 6 points. It is 1st down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales.
To the goal line and in. Noah Fant. Touchdown, Las Vegas. That his second touchdown of the afternoon. Now the try here for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Raiders will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7th. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. They'll put Addison in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down. So this one, a win for the Raiders. They're able to bounce